Creating captions and subtitles inside of Adobe Premiere Pro 2026 is really quick and really easy. And the first step to doing this is to transcribe this. So we want to go to the text window, which should be hiding up here. If it's not here though, again, just go to window and make sure that text is enabled. Now from here, you want to go to transcript, and by default, it says transcribe source clips, transcribe your source clips to view your sequence transcript. We're just going to press transcribe, and Adobe is just going to take a second to analyze the clip and then give us a transcript. I found 9 times out of 10, this is pretty good. There might be the odd spelling mistake, especially if it's something specific like a brand name or something really unique. But 9 times out of 10, it's pretty good. But I would recommend going in once this is finished and just double checking. So let's do that now. As you can see in my example, smashed it, knocked it out of the park. But if it was wrong, you would just jump in, double click that, and then just change that. But once you're happy, we can now go ahead and we can create captions. So we'll select this option here, which says create captions. You can go down here and change some of these settings. So by default, it will be this. Format, subtitle, style, maximum length in characters. So you can have a longer caption or you could have a shorter one. Minimum duration in seconds, gap between frames, I'll keep that at 0. Is it going to be split over single or double lines? Let's go for single. We'll create the captions. Now, as you can see, these are now baked into this video. Of course, if you're not happy with how short these transcriptions are, or if they're not quite sitting right, totally fine. You can just go back, do it again. But I think this is a great point for me. Great. Now from here, we want to go ahead and change the look of this because this isn't the prettiest effect in the world. And to do this, just going to double click on one of those transcriptions or one of those captions, should I say. So this is what it's saying. Track style, we don't have one created yet, but we're going to go ahead and create one. So we're going to change the text. I'm going to change mine to Monsterette. Let's go for black. As you can see, that looks great. I'm going to increase this. So I'm going to put this a little bit higher. I'm going to add a background. I'm going to increase the opacity, increase the size of this, add a little bit of edge cornering in. I'm going to remove the drop shadow from this, and I'm actually going to go back into the text. I'm going to make this all caps like this. And once you're happy with that, we can go ahead and create a new track style. So press plus, create style. We'll call this new style. Press OK. And as you can see, it says new style. Now, by default, everything should change. But if it doesn't, just double click the caption and make sure that the track style is on the new style. But by default, by creating it, should change everything to this new style. In this video, I'm going to show you how you can take... Now, from here, we need to convert these to a graphic rather than a caption. So this means we can add some animation to this and really bring this to life. So I'm going to highlight all of those, go to graphics and titles, and go upgrade caption to graphic. So as you can see, it's come off the subtitle window and it's now sitting down here on video layer 3, just as a normal asset, as a text asset. So if we now go to the effect controls tab, you can see we've got full control here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to change the values of this. So I'm going to go to the anchor point, going to move that up. Now the anchor point, if you didn't know already, is essentially where the animation is coming from. So let me give you an example. This is a coaster that I have. If the anchor point is in the center of this coaster, it's going to animate around the center like this. Whereas if the anchor point was in the corner, when you adjust the rotation, it changes the way it animates. And it's the same for scale. If it scales in from this anchor point, it's going to shrink in from that corner. Now, I'm going to do a scale pop-in effect, but because the anchor point was here in the middle and the text was down here, it means the scale is going to animate in like this, but we want it to pop in where it is. So I'm going to adjust the anchor point. Then we're going to correct this by pulling the position back down. Scroll back to the very beginning, scale set to 0. Create a brand new keyframe on scale. We'll go 3 to the right. And we'll set that to 105. Then we'll go 2 to the right and back to 100. You don't want this to be super dynamic because this is just a really small asset on the bottom of the screen. But if we play this back, you can see that pops in. Now, if we copy that, so right click on the motion, copy, paste that onto all of those other layers. If you're not seeing paste, by the way, then you can just Command V and it should paste that on. And there you go. Because this is now a graphic and not a caption, you can also go in and add some effects. So if we go to tint, for example, drag that onto this layer here, we can map the black to maybe a green. And you can see we can change the color of this. You can have different colors on the captions, or maybe you could add some blurring. So let's go to the Gaussian blur again, and we could animate this in so it starts off blurry. So we start off with 5%, create a brand new keyframe, move over down to 0. So it pops in from that blur. And you would then just copy and paste the tint and the Gaussian blur across all of those layers to create this really awesome set of captions on your footage. So that is how you create custom-made captions inside of Adobe Premiere Pro.